Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3 of The Furnace. We're here in Rother Valley again. This time we're inside the tent because it's a bit less windy. Here's what's coming up on today's show.
We take a look at the completed Steelers roster. I introduce my charity challenge for the year in aid of Team George. And the boys introduce the match night service that we're starting for the forthcoming season.
Starting today with the Steelers roster. It's completed now and we're going to go through it man by man. Start with in goal, Frank Doyle. Thomas, happy?
Of course. I mean, it's probably behind Kowalski the best goaltender in the league. We saw what he can do. Yeah, it took him a while to get going. I think he'll have no problems this year.
Agreed?
Yeah, he pretty much single-handedly kept us in the playoff final. That's the reason why we got the trophy. They were game-changing and game-winning saves. So I'm very happy. Obviously, he was coming back anyway with it being a uni deal. So yeah, very, very happy.
I'll just echo that. The backups, Wooly and Jazzy expected, I suppose, as long as Wooly's fit, the backup might actually see some ice time this year.
It'd be nice, because obviously we haven't seen Wooly for a while. But I can sense that there'll probably be some shared duties, because I should think, obviously, you know, Wooly's personal life has probably changed a bit as well, because obviously he wasn't playing last year. He's probably had to do some other things. So I should think he's probably got some commitments that he has to keep to, as well as obviously the hockey now. So I should think we'll probably see a mix of those two backing up Frank over the course of the season.
Happy with Jazzy, do you think he'll actually see any ice this year?
No. If I'm honest, no. I mean, I think on a match night we're going to have Doyle and Woolhouse, obviously Woolhouse being fit, and then it gives Doyle a chance to have a night off every now and then with his uni work. He's got quite a load, like you said, he's got commitments. So that'll give Wooly ice, and then only then that we'll see Yazic's on the bench. I think Yazic's just there to have 3 goaltenders in training, give the forward 3 different things to think about.
Right, move on to the defence. Start with the newbies. We've got Cullen Eddy, Mr. Twilight, as he's been called by some people. Yeah.
What idiot came up with that?
Twilight wasn't man. Man was a different thing that hasn't made public yet, thank you. Eddie seems to have a fairly good pedigree. He's been playing regular AHL. Pleased?
Immensely. I think the guy's going to be an absolute rock at the back for us. I mean, you don't get career AHLers come straight over here normally. So hats off to the uni for that one. So yeah, but also thanks Philly Flyers for not not offering the guy a contract when he was due one. So yeah, I'm very pleased that we've been able to snag him up, and I think the fans will really like him.
Anything to add?
No.
He's nailed it in one.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got to add it really is why has he come here?
It's the uni deal.
Yeah,
by the
that's
sound.
it.
He admitted it was the uni, so.
But of all the leagues, I mean, at 25 as well.
He's not even at his so-called prime age for a D-man either. So
29, 30.
we're going to see a guy that's essentially probably still going to have a slightly improving game, and he's coming straight from the AHL. So yeah,
Which bodes well for next season. Next one is Darryl Hay. Been touted as good on the power play. Decent age, decent calibre behind him. He's got lots of AHL and East Coast experience.
It's experience, isn't it? It's what we need. We need an experienced leader.
So, the tent's attacking us. Like I said, it was windy.
Yeah, but yeah, no, we can't. Experienced leader is what the team needed.
yeah. I think he's going to be a really good. I'm expecting him to be more of a two-way D-man, because I think we'll have got enough players that can contribute on the offensive side from the back. 34 years old, I can see this guy doing uni and retiring. But he's got the calibre on the CV. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this new guy as well.
Definite upgrade on fatter.
We'll see.
We'll see. And the next new man, it's some bloke called Rod Savage. I've not really heard of him before. Please see him back.
I'm pleased to see him back, yeah. And obviously Doug didn't bring him back last season because obviously Doug wanted to go in a different direction, but what's done is done. Rod's back for a 9th season now, so yeah, be good to see him, and I can see him being used as like a depth player. He'll be essentially like the third pairing with Tomo. I mean, those two have played together for years, so
They know each other. Even
Yeah.
Tomo said that, hasn't he?
yeah. I mean, it makes sense to just pair them two together, have them as depth. And obviously Roddy, I should think, can probably contribute on the second power play unit.
Yeah, I do. God damn wind. Right, moving on to the players that came back. So we'll start with Gordon Baldwin and Justin Cohn on the second year of their uni deals. Both performances from the second half of the season, please, gentlemen. I think, is that agreed?
Yes. Second half, Baldwin came to life, found his feet. Hence he stopped being Bambi. So yeah, he really turned a corner after Christmas, and hopefully carries on into this season. With Kona, I just hope he stays fit, because when he was fit, he was sublime, and you could really see the NHL experience come through. So he will be. I can see Kona being the top pairing with probably Cullen Eddy, and then you'll have Darryl Hay and Gord Baldwin paired up as the second pairing.
Anything to add?
No.
Sorry, he keeps on taking everything to say, doesn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. Other than I actually think Baldwin and Hay might be the first pairing. To be fair, that's the difference. Either way, we know them four are going to be 1 and 2, don't we? But I don't know why, but I think Baldwin might be. It'll definitely be with Hay anyway.
Is it Hay that knows Cohn?
No, it's Hay that knows Baldwin.
It's Hay that knows Baldwin. If you think
Right.
about it, you've got Cullen Eddy and Baldwin that are more your typical stay-at-home D-men. So why have two? I can see them playing penalty kill, because obviously you've got to shut down the opposition and clear the crease. But normal 5-on-5, I reckon they'll have them two split.
You can have Mark Thomas.
There isn't much to say on Mark Thomas, is it? It's his 10th year. We know what we're getting with him. The only thing I want to see this year is to see his goal drought end. It's the only thing I want to see of him.
The step into the offensive zone will be nice, Mark.
Yeah, just don't get a nosebleed.
That's what I'm thinking of it.
Right, on to the forwards. Again, starting with the ones who have joined, and there's no one import back from next year, so they're all new. Start with Matthew Rua, or
Matthew Wow. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be Wow, though, isn't it?
Matthew Roy.
Matthew, as I say.
Like I said, Wow, what a signing. He's going to be one of the best forwards in this league, along with Frere.
I see him as potential captain.
Yes. I think, no disrespect to Jono, but when we had a different captain last year, it changed the look of the team, and we had a player that led by example on the ice. And that's nothing against Jono, it's just, I think Gertson was the right type of player to go and do. I don't think Jono's the right type of player for what he produces on the ice that necessarily gives the team a lift. Matthew War, I think, is the right kind of mould of player, if you will. I mean, he's won the captaincy before for previous teams. He's won as a captain. It's natural for him to step in and be.
Jono's a leader. He's definitely going to be an alternate.
He's definitely a leader. Yeah.
He's going to be an alternate, definitely. Well, I hope so.
Different types, isn't it? Jono's got used to playing that third line now, so he's not got the explosive style I think Ra will, so Ra will be able to play.
Yeah.
No, he'll bleed. Like, he'll score, he'll hit, he'll fight. He just looks like the all sorts.
And that was the thing with Gertson. You had a leader that played like a leader on one of your top two lines. You can't really have a leader that's effectively your third line, because they're not going to see as much ice time in theory. You can have someone like an alternate low down, but your captain needs to be either a top 2 or top 4 D-man, or on your top 2 lines offensively, in my opinion.
Right, you two can talk about Tyler Mazienko, because I've got problems.
We all know what he's done. He knows what he's done. And when Mazienko got announced, the name rung a bell. And I went on Google and I thought, that's where it rings a bell. And I thought, he's learnt his lesson. I don't think Steelers fans need to worry about it. I think he's going to be a great player for us.
Yeah, mistakes happen. He got caught out. I just said it was just doing something random. Because maybe his team weren't playing great at the time. He thought, what, I can't see the rest of the boys thing, and he just put a cheeky bit of money on it. Mistakes happens, and he got caught out and he's been punished for it in the past. That's dealt with. He's coming to a new country, new club, fresh start, and he's got the playing ability. So why the hell not give the guy a chance and show us what he can actually do on the ice? Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. And as long as he stays professional off it, there's no problems.
It's what he knows and what we all know. If he does it again, his career's over.
Yeah. I'm willing to give him the chance. He's just got a bit more proving to do than the rest of them for me. But I can see him doing it.
It's the same in any sport though. Anyone caught doing match fixing or cheating, whatever you want to call it, Same in any sport.
Yeah, of course it is.
Happens in every sport as well.
Moving on, how the hell have we signed Colton Fretter?
Easily. He signed the contract.
Yeah. Set yourself up for that one, Liam.
I really don't know, but I think he's going to be the top goal scorer for us. I think he'll be the top point scorer in the entire league.
Yeah.
When we win the league, or if we win the league, he's going to be the reason why.
We need to come up with a goal song for him, I think, because this guy's going to put the points up.
Colton, maybe.
Maybe.
That might work.
There's no
actually.
point fretting over it. But we'll just get on with it.
Ha!
Oh, here we go.
Jeez, it starts already. Michael Forney, he really excited me when we signed him. Really excited me.
Not the only one. I think I had a little. Yeah.
He's got some very handy hands, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is a skilled player. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this guy can bring. I mean, obviously, again, he's new to the league, new to the country, but the general consensus, around the leagues that he's playing is that the guy's got some skill. He knows to chip in offensively. So yeah, I think he'll be quite impressive as well. I think Jared's done really well to find that one.
I know Ashley speaks highly of him because she watched him in Australia last year and he's very good. How else? No. Jail, actually, we know we talked about him last time, didn't we? We know what we're getting with him.
Yeah,
He's an agitator, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to get under the D's skin. I mean, that's fair. He's probably going to be on the line with Hewitt, and you're going to have them two coming at you. You're just going to think, aren't you?
yeah.
Him and Huey are going to leave people needing ointment. They're going to be that bloody irritating.
Oh yeah. It won't be, I think them two are going to draw a lot of penalties because they're going to. I mean, just think them two and Mosyenko on the line.
I don't think it'll be Moz on the line. I mean, you've got
if you tried it for one game. Just think if you tried it for one game, just a line of them three agitators.
Maybe.
Whoever we're up against is going to think,
Nottingham.
stay calm.
Pascal Morency, who looks like he was going to be the hired muscle until we brought in people who weigh more than him. But
Yeah.
but then he looks like he's going to be a handy player in our league.
Yeah, if he turns out anything like Tim Spencer, cracking signing, because everyone thought Tim Spencer was just going to be a pair of fists. But obviously Spence, blew us away and has rightfully got himself a contract back in the AHL again, and good luck to him for that.
Congratulations, Spencer.
Hershey Bears, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hershey Bears. I'm looking forward to seeing what Pascal can bring offensively. I don't particularly want him to go looking for fights because obviously the league has been transitioned away from that last number of seasons. But I think if it calls for it, he will. But I think there'll maybe one or two times where the referees will have a bit of a handful with him. But that's just part and part of the parcel and the package that we're employing. So
I think his main job would be to look after Robert Dowd.
Completely agree. Because let's be fair, Dowd is, as we all call him, Golden Boy. He's the best Brit in this league, without a shadow of a doubt. He's probably if not our best player, is definitely top three. Because obviously we've got Fretter and Mathieu. So to say that a Brit's just behind them two shows you good. And like I said, he takes a beating and he needs protecting.
Speaking of Brits, we've got a new one on two-way. Luke Ferrara, again, spoke about him before. I think we covered him, didn't we? He's going to fill in when he's here.
Yeah,
It's going to be midweeks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably going to be the midweeks. As long as he gets given a chance by Jared, to showcase what he can do when he is on the bench for us, that'll be really good. He's only 21, he's got potential. He's got good size to him as well. 5'10", 5'11", I think it's about 190 pounds. So, he's got good size, he's got a good frame. He's an improving Brit prospect. And hopefully we can.
Well, it's a two-way deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it a 2-year contract?
No,
It's just a two-way. But,
Is it 1 year?
Yeah, he'll be good. It'll be better than Aaron Nell. I will
Aaron
literally put any money on him turn out better than Aaron
Aaron
Nell.
now didn't impress me whatsoever.
No, because Aaron Nell didn't have the speed for the league, whereas Ferrara will. Definitely.
Touched on Robert Dowd, just more of the same, please, Dowdy.
Yeah. And also congratulations on being a dad.
Yeah. Well done. 20 years' time, we expect him in GB colours.
And also Tony Smith, get him signed up.
20-year entry-level contract.
Yeah.
Huey.
Well, we know what we're getting is a Let's be fair, sorry for my language.
Oh, I'm going to have to censor.
But he's gonna get under the skin, isn't he? I mean, look how well he played second half of the season.
Yeah.
He was outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, the Jason Hewitt that we saw in the playoff quarter final at Coventry is the Jason Hewitt I've been crying out for most of that season. You know, we need the Hewitt that gets under people's skins, and you know, we need the Hewitt that can contribute offensively every now and then. But we need the Hewitt that gets so much under the right people's skins on the opposition that he gets punched 3-4 times a night, because it's going to draw the penalties. And as much as, you know, it's going to do us a favour, the opposition fans are going to love it, because they all want to see Jason Hewitt get punched. So
I mean,
it's a win-win situation, and chances are we'll end up with a power play. So
Saturday night entertainment in Sheffield Arena.
I mean, you touched on it then, saying he's had offensively. Look at his goal record for the last few weeks of the regular season. He was banging them in for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Jonathan Phillips again touched on him. Same again. Bit
we're
more offensively. Would you like?
I can't see that happening. I think if he chips in offensively like he did last season, I'll be happy with that. Because obviously, you know, he's going to be predominantly the third line. You know, and there'll be obviously be the penalty kill work. You know, Jono can use his speed to his advantage with that.
He's probably the fastest one of the fastest on the team, and no one chases that puck like he does. Anyone.
Yeah. A lot of people seem to underestimate and forget Jono's got the speed he has.
110% in every night.
Didn't he win the fastest skate at the playoff weekend one year? I think.
No
I think
idea.
I think he did, yeah.
No idea.
I think that was one of them. You know, when you get in the hangover out your system.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah. So same with the people he was probably skating against. So
Phil Hill.
Hill.
Turn up this year, please.
I've got something to say about that, actually. Basically, there's certain Steelers fans who slated him as soon as we signed him, and for me, he's not the best hitter, but he puts a shift in every single. But he can hit though. The thing is, he can hit. He's not the best hitter. He still puts a shift in though.
I remember him 5 years ago, and when he was playing for Cardiff, and he was really on form. I want that Phil Hill back. Don't know if it's still there, but that's the one I want.
Yeah, that was the enigma that was Phil Hill. When he played for Cardiff, he couldn't do anything else but score in our building. And he was just here, there and everywhere. And the one full season that he did have a Steeler, he was absolutely useless. But I think that's just partly because of the line mates he had and the way he was being asked to play.
We had a good team.
You know, but, you know, I know what Phil Hill's capable of, as do the longer fans for around the league. You know,
As does Jay Latchley.
he does indeed. So, you know, I mean, Phil's going to be great for the penalty kill because he's got the size to get in the shooting lanes, and he can check. And when he does get on the forecheck and get some speed up, he shuts down on the opposition so quick on the forecheck. It's very good and shrewd depth signing by Gerrard, having the two-lit with Huey, Phil Hill, Phillips, and obviously Ferrara can chip in here, there and everywhere when he's dressed up. We've got some very, very good depth this year, and they've got the speed for it as well, which is a key.
I do think the third line will be just 3 of them 4, and they'll interchange it where he needs to swap them out for fitness.
And obviously you're going to have the penalty kill shifts as well, and when you know, we may even use like Phil Hill's size on the power play, stick him in front of the net, screen the goalie.
Yeah.
And of course when we do that, you've then got to filter back onto a 5-on-5 line. Well, there you go with Lachule.
Let's be fair, when you look at the power play, if you look at our power play with that lineup, the D in that power play will probably be Cone and someone like Matty Wara or something. Because let's play someone like Wara, it'll be on the D line just to bang on from the blue line.
No, I can see Matthew are taking the face-offs, to be honest, because what's the point in having a power play when you've not got a proper centreman in the middle?
He dropped off.
Yeah, he did, but when you've got people like Rod Sarich and, you know, we'd even probably use Gord Baldwin on the second unit on power play, which we did, exactly, right? You've got those two, you'll have Darryl Hay and Dustin Cone probably on your top unit. There's a lot of ways we can interchange that power play unit, and the same with the penalty kill. The team Gerrard has signed will be very good for interchanging. We'll be able to cover injuries or game ejections, stuff like that. There's very good depth, and there's plenty of ways he can do it in order to change a game if we're having to chase a game.
You look at our power play last year, we had no options, ran out of options, no ideas, and this year, you said, we've got options all over that D-line and forwards.
There's at least 8 out of the 10 you'd put on a power play unit in the forward. 8, at least
easily.
8. Yeah.
Easily.
Right. Most anticipated signing. Which one's the best one? obviously we don't know yet, but which one are you most looking forward to seeing? Do you think is the most true signing?
Can I pick two?
Yes.
Matthew Wire and Colton Fretter. Let's be honest.
Yeah, some reputation they should tear a league apart.
For me, I'm really interested to see what Cullen Eddy will bring. You know,
I've got an idea of money.
You know, it may be in that kind of mould, which would be really nice. You know, he's 25 years old. You know, Colton Fretter we know is going to bang some goals, and Matthew is going to bring the points. But I'm really curious as to how Cullen Eddy will play, because in his own words, with that interview you did with him, he said he thinks he makes a good first pass. He likes to shut down. Well, that's what he thinks. Let's see if he lives up to his own reputation. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Cullen Eddy can do.
Well, the next thing is going to be potential lines, but we've sort of gone through that on the way, haven't we, really?
Yeah.
Right. Last question. Excited?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I mean, I think, I honestly think it's the word Grand Slam's optimistic, but that team's capable of doing that. Definitely. I think that's the best team we've had since the actual Grand Slam year in 01.
Just remember this is going to be on tape and someone will go, look what you said at the start of the season and you won now.
I said potentially though. It's
Yeah.
potential.
And this is just our opinions, which we're entitled to, apparently.
Let's be fair,
So-
right? Let's be fair. Panthers still think they won a Grand Slam, but they didn't win the conference. So we'll leave that at that.
Can of worms.
Best cut. The Steelers signing you're most excited about?
The most excitable signing we've made. The only signing that excites me more is obviously that we've got G on a permanent 2-year contract. That's the biggest signing that we could ever make, and I'm sure I speak for everyone in saying that is the best signing for everyone.
Signing you're most excited by around the league, so not us. Who's the one player you're looking forward to seeing?
I'm going to be interested in seeing how Jay Galbraith does at Dundee. Actually, is it going to be the Jay Galbraith that can't be bothered, who looks lazy, disinterested when he was like in his latter days at Nottingham, or is it going to be the Jay Galbraith that lit up Brayhead, racking up 100-point seasons? That'll be the interesting one. But other than that one, probably it has been a lot of good signings made by all the Elite League clubs. I'll be interested to see how Cardiff doing the new regime that we've got. I think the best thing that they've got to hope for is that they haven't got to rely on Ben Bounds every night, because if they have done, they're going to win for a long hard season. But they've got some good offence. But I says the one that I'm interested in all season got to be how Jay Galbraith's going to cope in the Elite League after a year out.
How do you think we'll do?
How do you think we will do? I think we've got a very good chance, mate. Very, very good chance. G's recruited very well. He's now got his own stamp on thing. Like last season's squad, what won us the playoff, even though I missed it, thanks to hard work. You two at work know who you want. Sorry, one, because one's actually left.
He's not bitter.
I'm not bitter, no. I'm not. You've actually also ruined my trip to Belfast as well. But that's another point. How we're going to do this season? I think we're going to. If the team gels early, we could have been for a very, very good season. The offence looks good. Matthew Wah, Colton Fretter, goals are plenty of them. Moshenko's got a point to prove. The Brit line is as good as any Brit line in the entire league, actually. And the fact that we managed to keep them all is a testament to how much they like playing at the arena and in the Steelers jersey. Frank Doyle, probably the most underrated by some people netminder of the season. I mean, like last season he started off shaky. Had those couple of games where a lot of people were thinking, "Oh, what we got here?" Mate, I'll tell you this: you don't be understudy to a future NHL Hall of Famer for 3 games if you ain't that good. And he was understudy for Marty Brodeur for 3 games. So it's got decent. Oh, added to the fact I've got your stick, Frank, as well now. But another one I'm looking forward to seeing is after a season out. Is it Roddy's return actually? Roddy is quality. You can tell. He's racked up over 200 points in his Steelers career. For a defenseman, that's a hell of a lot. And that proves how good an elite league defenseman he is. Most sides would love to have a Rod Sarich in their side. As he says, Sheffield's home for him. He's not going to play anywhere else. Not even at Dogs level. Good luck to Jeff at Dogs over anyway.
Right, we're in my hometown of Scarborough. Beautiful view behind me. I'm trying not to pay too much attention to it. I'm here on a serious note. I'm talking about my charity appeal for the forthcoming season. I am growing my beard for the Liam's Beardathon from the 6th of September, which is opening day, up to the last home game of the regular season on the 21st of March. I'm doing this in aid of Team George. George Johnson is I think he's 5 now. He's spent his entire life in Great Ormond Street, almost. He's fed through a central line to his heart, and he's got a stoma bag. He cannot take anything orally. He's got a motility condition that they're not entirely sure what it is yet. They were originally raising £15,000 so they could take him to America to see a specialist to figure out what it was and if they could treat him. Thanks to some fantastic fundraising on behalf of Sunderland Football Club, my team, and other such causes, they've raised that. They're now fundraising for any treatment he might be eligible for once they get there. So I'm aiming to raise £500. I have raised 50 so far from generous people at work. I need your help, please. Anything is greatly received. Doesn't matter if it's now, doesn't matter if it's September, doesn't matter if it's March. Just track my progress. Well, obviously you'll be able to see me on the furnace because my beard will be getting bigger as the season goes on, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of Twitter updates and on the blog updates and stuff like that. So yeah, please donate. I will put the details at the bottom of the screen when I edit all this in. Thank you very much. Right, back to you three.
Next up, we're introducing a little something new for this season. Tom and I will be running some Twitter accounts for match updates at games we attend throughout the league. Tom will be doing it on his personal account at Tom Walkerden. I'll be doing it on the brand new Frozen Steel MNL Twitter account. Tom, how's it going to be with your coverage? How are you going to do it?
The same as last year. I'm going to stick to play-by-play, just because it's what I find easy, and basically it's what I think people want. So I'm going to go play-by-play. Obviously, when the opposition scores, it's not going to be in capitals. It's just going to say, for example, Panthers goal, whoever scored it, if I hear it. I mean, if we're away at Nottingham, you don't hear nothing, do you? So you just...
I should hope you'd be watching it to know who it is.
No, but sometimes, you don't always know. It's like, last year, I said Phillips scored. No, it was D. Casmira. Phillips got the assist, though.
Yeah.
Home games, it's... Obviously, I'm going to be more Steelers, but I will try to be as unbiased as possible, as you already know.
Yeah, and likewise with me. I'm going to be doing it pretty much all the arena home games. The Ice Sheffield ones are a bit of a question as to whether I can get to them or not. And there will be coverage from some of the away games this season as well. Likewise with Tom, it will be my own opinions, and I'll be trying to keep it down the middle. If there's good passing plays and good goals by the opposition, I'm going to say so. And likewise, if the referees make a bad call, I'll say so. But I will keep it as... as fair as possible, I shall say, but I'll try and make it entertaining as well.
I'll touch on one thing. I said I'm the same. I'm doing most arena games, probably most Ice Sheffield games. I'll miss the odd Ice Sheffield game, and every away game I go to, definitely Braehead, definitely Belfast, probably mostly Nottingham ones, hopefully Cardiff, at least once. But last season we told it as it was, as Liam knows, because he was at the semi-final game in Nottingham. We was terrible that night. We did tell the truth, and we got slated for it. Don't slate us for it if we're telling the truth. If you're not at the game, just because you don't like to see negativity, if you don't like negativity, unfollow us. Because we're only going to tell the truth.
Yeah, we're just going to say exactly how we see it, and
in all fairness, that night was the worst performance I've seen in years.
Yeah, exactly. Feel free to give us a follow on the Twitter accounts at the bottom of the screen, and we look forward to bringing you some coverage over the course of this season.
Also, retweet everything you can.
Yes, indeed.
Retweet and be more than retweet, follow, give us your opinions.
Yep. We'll see you next season.
And follow us.
This season we have some new writers for our first full season. We're going to actually try and make this serious this year. We have Ryan Gleeson, whose view from Block 105 will be a match analysis, calling it how he sees it, what he thought was good, what he thought was bad. Next, we have got the Jewel Report, which is Mark Jewell, our Mr. Hockey. He loves being called Gordie Howe. He'll be looking at most of the league all around, to be honest. He'll talk about us, and he'll talk about how the others are doing in relation. I hope it's all positive about us, obviously. We've got this month in Sheffield Steelers history with resident historian Robert Newbolt. His website, Steelers Stats. There will be links, Robert, don't worry. And pretty much he just takes all the info off there and puts it in an article form for us. It's a fantastic read, especially for me who wasn't around in the early days, so I get to learn all sorts of stuff. We have got To Hull and Back, which is webcast commentator Jonathan Fernley's articles. He'll look at us and the Stingrays from his role as commentator for both teams. We've got Daniel Smith with The Sky Dome Above. For those who don't know him, Daniel is the music man at the Coventry Blaze. So he will be talking about the players and the teams that he likes to look over around the league, telling us who to look out for, telling us what Coventry season's going like as well. And last but not least, we have the First Lady of the Elite League, Ashley March, who is very kindly contributing with a feature called March Across the Pond, where she'll look at all of the league, probably looking at her favourite teams, which is Coventry and the Scottish teams. This is in addition to our current features, which is the Awkward Analysis, which is Alan's little baby where he gets to rant at people and rant about people and get himself in trouble. Yes, hi David. We've got the Walkerton Review, we've named it now. This is Tom's Match Night Reports and also his opinion pieces. So again, if he sees something he doesn't like or he does like, he'll write about it and tell us about it. And my own View from On High, which isn't as egotistical as it sounds. It's because I sit at the top of the arena. That will mostly be match analysis. When I go, obviously I don't go as often as everybody else does, so it will be as and when. This is on top of my opinion pieces, which I write plenty about, mostly about the not on the ice stuff because we tend to have too much of that. Also have guest pieces from particular writers, like we'll have some NHL focus. I have no doubt we'll get people writing about what they see, a bit of happy clapping, a bit of naysaying, whichever, it all works good for us. And the usual stuff of like Player of the Month, Player of the Year, all that lot. Just started a downpour here, so we're about to get interrupted, I think, so we shall call it that. Hope you enjoy reading. I'm looking forward to it. Quick message of thanks to our friends at DEO Designs who have kindly helped us with these t-shirts. Team Frozen Steel t-shirts. There is this one which is black on orange, then there is the orange on black, and then the orange on white. You can pick your design and your size for £6, which is pick up from DEO headquarters, or £8 if you get it delivered. To get in touch with them and to order yours, you need to go onto Twitter and follow at DEO Designs. You can get them on Facebook. I will put the link up, and the same for their website. They're really good quality, actually. I was a little bit wary with the price, but they came and they're brilliant. Absolutely love them. So a big thank you to DEO for doing it, and I recommend you get yours too. Apart from anything else, it gets us free advertising. Before we go, 3 quick fire questions for you two gentlemen. Right, first, player you're most looking forward to seeing around the league. 1 answer. Quickly.
Go to him first.
Ooh, you're a devil. Honestly, speaking of devils, I'd really actually intrigued. It's not a new player. I'm quite intrigued to see how Ben Bounds will play in goal for Cardiff. Because I've said it hand on heart before, the guy is going to be British #1. Quite frankly, he should be right now, in my opinion. No offence, Smurf. So it'd be really interesting to see how he plays at a new club with a better team, better budget. Obviously now owned by Todd Kelman, partly. So it'd be very good to see generally how Ben Bounds and the Devils will actually do in general, because they have signed some good players.
Man's Ryan O'Mara, I was excited when he was signed by Cov. I think he's going to be a handful. I think he's going to be every type of hockey player rolled into one. I'm hoping so, except when he's playing us. Go on then.
I'm going to go with another ex-Stingray, Tenler. He's gone to Coventry. I mean, he's now at, well, not an arena team, but he's now at a top 3 team, top 4 team.
Yeah.
There you go. I just want to see how he performs, because now he's got pressure. He had no pressure at all, let's be fair. And now he has to perform.
Who's our biggest threat for the league?
Coventry.
Honestly, I still think it's Belfast, but I think Bray are dark horses again. Yeah, but I think they will really make more of a challenge of it this year, because Finn has actually got them some flipping defence this year, which they've not had for the last 2 seasons. Keeping Jones in goal is going to be really good, and they've made some good offensive signings. And obviously, they've got our friend Stefan there as well now.
Please don't hurt him.
Yeah, please don't hurt him. It'll be. I think Brayhead will really make a good challenge of it.
I'd say I'm with you there, purely for the reason that I think the Earhart teams will cancel each other out. And I think we'll all beat each other quite a lot. And if Brayhead storm that conference like they look like they might, then we'll get a lot of points and could just sneak in.
Yeah, Brayhead and Dundee will be the top 2 in the other conference, definitely.
They might have to change the conference system next year, just maybe, if this does happen. Because let's be fair, we are going to cancel each other out.
I can hear them complaining already. We're changing the fixtures because they don't like us. Last question for today, gentlemen. What will we win, or who will win what?
I'd like to think we'd win the league. Chances are it'll just be us or Belfast. Challenge Cup could literally be anybody, because there's at least 6 teams that could win it. With regards to the playoffs, again, obviously, it naturally comes down to who makes the weekend. But I could see a Scottish team being there again this coming season. There's going to be a big name team that doesn't make the weekend again. Yeah, I mean, no one really knows what Nottingham's going to do, and that in itself is a dark horse, because obviously they've got so many players in for the Champions Hockey League.
And I think that will affect their league form.
Oh yeah, hopefully it will derail them, but it all depends how Corey copes with it and the changes he makes, and what he does with the lineup when the time comes.
How good of a coach he is.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm the same as Alan. I'd like to think we'd win the league. Also win the conference. It'd be a bit funny if the person who won the league didn't win the conference. That would be a bit funny. However, it did happen 2 years ago. Challenge Cup again. Anyone. I mean, with it being a one-legged final, that helps us, because we're not very good on 2-legged games. So
some of our players weren't good on 2 legs last year anyway.
I'd like to think for the Challenge Cup, in my eyes, 4 favourites: us, Belfast, Nottingham, because it seems to be their cup at the moment, and Cardiff. I said Coventry a few weeks ago, but Cardiff, because I think they might be a little bit of a dark horse. And then playoffs, again, whichever 4 make it, but I'm more than certain we're up for the challenge to defend our title.
I do think we'll win the league. I really don't like being so confident, but I think we have got the team to win the league this year.
So you've got the confidence this year?
We said that 2 years ago, didn't we?
So if we lose, it's your fault because you changed.
Yeah, it's entirely my fault.
Fine.
2 years ago, though,
Perfect,
we said we had the team to win the league, and we was miles off. Well, was miles off this year, and we finished second.
Challenge Cup. It'll be a Nottingham Brayhead final.
He's predicting the finalists.
And
I'm holding you to that one.
If so, come on, Purple Army.
In our building, there will be a lot of purple in that building.
There'll be a lot of orange in that. I think there'll be a lot of orange in that building, because I think a lot of Steelers fans will still go to that final.
I've put the hotel already. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going as well.
I'll just drive there.
I'll jump on train.
And the playoffs. Bread.
Edinburgh.
On that note,
if they make the playoffs,
I feel sorry.
Good grief.
I'm going to touch on this. I do feel sorry for the Capitals. I mean, I don't even think they've got a team yet, have they? I think the Hull are the same. I do think.
already?
Are they?
Yeah.
I apologise, Hull. I still think Hull and Edinburgh will be the whipping boys.
yeah.
No one they've
Bottom two,
signed.
definitely.
No one they've signed looks as if they're going to make any impression on the league.
I
I'm
mean, I
afraid.
sometimes think.
Apart from Riley Emerson in someone's face.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
I will end it there. Sorry.
yeah, it's fine.
We have some levels to the video. We've got to stop. Right. A very big thank you to everybody who's contributed today. Big thanks to you all. Thank you all for watching, and we shall see you on opening day. Goodbye. Right, before we go, Ice Bucket Challenge, it was about time we did it. We're doing it on behalf of Western Park. I'm going to put all the stuff at the bottom of the screen for how to donate. Please do. We're going to donate for either the people we challenge. If you don't do it, 20 quid to forfeit. Right, I am challenging Mr. Richard Renshaw over there. And Tom Middleton from Panthers Banter. You're welcome, mate.
I'm nominating my good friend Kimberly. And also my best mate who's just got married. He said he'll rip my head off if I nominate him. So Darren Hope, off you go, our kid.
And I'm nominating the newly retired Colt King. And I'm also going to nominate former Steelers coach and a good friend of ours up in Braehead, Mr. Ryan Finnerty.
And on behalf of the entire team, we nominate Stefan Meyer because you always one, mate. No, mate?
Come and get the mic.
It's wet. Close enough.